Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We were going to be doing a video where we were working on a crane, and that was going to be really cool. But instead, let's slow this down a little bit. Instead, we are going to be making a hack and slash combat system. Don't ask me how this is going to work, but we're going to try. we're gonna try to make a hack and slash system. So what we need, we'll go into the toolbox here. We need a weapon. We need a sword. So we're gonna go into the creator store and we're gonna look for a sword. Look, there's a sword right there. It's probably gonna be that one. It has a whole bunch of scripts in it. Okay, sure. Put it in the starter pack. Let's press play. Let's see what it's gonna do. Probably already has an animation with it. Oh yeah, whoosh, look at that. Whoosh, whoosh, look at that. So it has that swing animation. And it makes a sound. And it looks like it has a ray. Yeah, the mouse icon. So it slices stuff. And it does damage to players. I'm guessing. Yeah, damage. Animations. It's got the animations built into it. Okay. Sword slash, sword lunge, and unsheath. Ooh, neat. So that's like when you unequip it. I see. For Omega Rainbow Katana thumbnail to display. A lot of particles. Oh, nice. Well, how do we get that particle emitter? Ooh, tool grip, grips up. Oh, does there need to be a player? Okay, so let's open from file. Hopefully you have your own AI file by now. You have your own robot, your own bots. They're really easy to make. We'll probably be going over that as well. But yeah, so anyways, the purpose of this, I just wanted to make a hack slash combat system. We'll grab this guy here. Because I made a weapon system with a pistol, and now I want to do a hack and slash system. And then what we're gonna do, like I say, we're gonna work on 2 other games here. I know it's a lot, but I'm all over the place. What can I say? So the shop worker, let's see if we can do damage to him, because there is a humanoid inside the shop worker. I should be able to do damage to him. Oh yeah, look at that. So I'm doing damage to him. Oh, that's cool. And he died. So I didn't even have to do anything. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Alright. So what just happened? You're probably wondering what just happened. So what I've done is, if we're in studio and we go to avatar and we just click on a builder rig and just click on, say, my avatar, and put your avatar in there. In the rig, there it is. And it has a humanoid. So long as there's a humanoid in there, the humanoid has a value, quote unquote, which is health. So what this weapon does is, when it hits the humanoid, it changes the value of its health. There, you see that? Just by running into it. So that's how that works. And then built into Roblox, when the humanoid has 0 health, it does that. It unwelds itself and just falls to pieces. So really, it's that simple. Now you're probably wondering, well, how did I get this to animate? Well, what you need to do is you just need to create a script which plays an animation. Is animation C? It's just this animation here. Okay, so we'll get rid of animation, this one, and that one there. Alright. So what you want to do is, inside your rig, let's do this right now. We're going to insert object, we're going to insert a script. Okay, and then we want to, inside that script, we want to insert another object, and we just want to insert animation. Now, If you go into the animate local script, you're going to see that these are the animation IDs. Walk, run, swim, jump, all that stuff. So what we want the NPC to do is we want the NPC to walk. So we need this animation ID right here. We're going to copy it. And in this animation here, animation ID number, we're going to put that in there. Now, let's just test this out. If we put swim into the dummy, he should be swimming. Yeah, let's see. There, exactly. And now when he turns around, he should be swimming again. Or maybe it doesn't go back and forth, I'm not sure. Okay, or if we want to say maybe dance. There's a couple of dancing ones. Now, I don't know if the walk speed is part of that, but okay, so basically all I'm doing is I'm just showing you this is where you're going to, if you want to change what the NPC does, this is how you do it. There we go, now he's dancing. Okay, neat. Okay, so what we now have is we have a script, we have the animation in there. Now we need a little bit of code to make the script work. So what we need to do is we need to get the humanoid from the rig, which in this case is script.parent.humanoid. Then the folder is because, so in this case we want to walk from one point to another. So what I've done is I've just enclosed the entire rig in a folder. So we can say right click, just group as a folder. All right. Simple as that. And then the animation is going to be script wait for child animation. And then we need the NPC. Why do we need the NPC? So why do we need to find the humanoid twice? Because when we go to play the animation, we have to tell the humanoid to play it. This finds the humanoid for the code, and this allows the animation to be played by the humanoid. And then we just tell it to loop itself, and that's it. Easy peasy. Then we say if loop then, right? Or we can say then, and then what do we want to do? Well, in this case, we need to insert two parts. So we just go insert part. We're going to move it here. Let's see, where is this part here? We can call this A, and then we can duplicate it. And we can call this B. And then what we want to do is we want to take our rig, just like that. Now, what we want to say, I would omit this. This is just if you want it to talk. So we say humanoid move to, and then we need a position for the humanoid to move to. So in this case, we tell it to move to folder.a.position. So we tell it to move to there to the position of the part. And then we say model play. Why is that important? Because now we're telling the model to play the animation while it is moving to position A. And then maybe we want to have a speed. And then we say move to finish wait. Alright. So we can turn the walk speed down a little bit. Maybe that was a bit fast. We can turn it in half. The reason why you want to say move to finish wait, because it just allows, we could say wait 1, and it just allows the animation to not stop abruptly. If you want to switch to another animation, it's just a good way of adding latency. Then we tell the model to stop, so it stops playing the animation. And then it can wait, and then what I do is I just tell it to stop, and then stop walking. See here, it waits 20 seconds when it's at the other part. So what we need to do is we need to take that again, copy it, paste it, and move to position B. And then we need to say, yeah, see what happens. There we go. So now you see he didn't quite make it there. And he didn't quite make it there. So we need to change maybe we can change this to 10 seconds. Turn the walk speed up a little bit. Yeah, so at this point you can pretty much play around with it, figure out what you want. We'll close that. So now we have our NPC. Change the walk speed to 5. And this is going to matter because eventually we want these people to follow the player. So we'll get rid of that one now. We don't need that anymore. We can just work on this one. There we go. So, what kind of game, what can we do with something like this? Well, done. Let's see, what happens if we give the NPC a sword? And then what happens if we come in contact with the NPC sword? Alright, so it doesn't damage us. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because it's not technically equipped. That's so funny. Alright, let's see. So, it does a lunge. I want to see what that is. Maybe you have to hold shift. Maybe you got to be running. Oh yeah, there it is. Double click. Whoosh. Double click. Where's my particles? Wow. Nice. Okay, so as you can see, you could probably make a pretty fun player versus player game where you just kind of touch each other with a sword and you die. So now what do we want to do? Now we want to change this animation. That's what we want to do. Because there's a weapon lunge, tool slash. I want to see what that looks like. And then in the animation here, and we'll slow it down. Because these eventually could be enemies, right? So we want to see, and when we defeat them, they're going to give us rewards. Oh, I see, I gotcha. It's just a quick and okay. So it's not, so we basically need, is he gonna walk or is he gonna run? So I would take the run, like this, and let's put run in there. Okay. Right, then we need to crank up the speed to about 5. And then I need to move the spawn over because I'm tired of running. There we go. So now what we need to do is we need to enhance this. So similar to the zombie shooter that we made, this is going to be kind of like our hack and slash kind of like thing. Oh, that's cool. But these weapons have to be able to do damage to us. So let's figure that out. Probably get rid of that, and probably get rid of that. And I guess we could just get rid of all this code, even though it's really cool. And yeah, we'll just get rid of it. We'll just make our own script. So insert object, a script, and in here we're just gonna say, let's see, if hit, no, let's see, script dot parent dot handle dot touch. All right, connect function. What do we want it to do? And we'll say player. We will say if script dot if hit. I'm gonna change this from player to hit. If hit dot humanoid, then what are we gonna do? Yeah, humanoid dot health, except instead of 0, we're gonna say equals minus amount, because then that way we can change it. We'll say local amount equals 20. It'd probably be less than that. We could say 10. Why is it doubling up on this? Hit.humanoid.health equals hit dot humanoid dot humanoid dot health. Hit dot humanoid dot health. Is that right? Oh, why is this? There we go. I'm like, I don't know why I doubled up like that. Okay, let's see if that's gonna work. If we touch it, humanoid is not a. Oh, because it's touching. Whoa. All right, what's going on there? Humanoid is not a valid member of all the spam. So we need to say. If hit, let's see. Oh no, because let's see. Let's see if hit.name name let's see is equal to game get service players get children. Let's see if hit.name, then we could try that. Let's see if that works. No. Let's see. We say is equal to if hit.name is equal to game.getService players get children, and that should get the names of all the people in the folder. I don't know. I probably have to do something else too. Let's see. Yeah, I probably have to do something else. Let's see. So either we have a way to activate it, or I wonder what the to see if you say get children, it gets all the children of the I can say get players, right? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's get players. Let's try that. Should get all the names of the players, and then maybe that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe that's what I'm missing here. So it'll get the player. Let's see. What's it saying here? No, that's not. Let's see. If hit.name is equal to game yeah, because it should get the player. Let me see it. Let me see here. Oh, I see. Get players returns table of all present connected player objects. No, we don't need the user thumbnail. Yeah, if we just say get children, then what that will do is that'll get all the names of the children in there. So, but I don't know if it says is equal to or if we want to put approximately. Oh, there we go. But it's maybe it's looking for my left arm. I don't know why it's looking for my left arm. So that didn't work. It's not equal to, right? So it did work. Oh, it says, but if hit.humanoid. I see. That's probably where the problem is. If hit dot parent dot humanoid. Potentially. Alright, let's just kind of, I'll have to rethink that here. I'll have to rethink that. See, just because we're getting a lot of, I'll rethink it. Let's see. So now it's finding the part that's hitting. So maybe we need to go another like that dot parent. Then we'll fix the spam issue. No. Workspace, game. What's going on here? If hit dot parent dot parent dot humanoid, then can we do that? That's probably not what's. Yeah, it worked. Awesome. It worked. Okay, perfect, perfect. We've done it. We've done it. We were able to now. Okay. Holy moly. How long was that? 25 minutes? Oh boy, what a struggle. Okay, so we finally got the, what, 8 lines of code that we need? That only took 25 minutes to invent. I don't know what that was. TV remote. Okay, so now what we need to do is, now that we figured that out, maybe we should change that to like 5 so we can get hit more than once. Oof. Okay, and then perhaps what we'll do is, okay, and then what I want to say is else, we'll just tell it to wait. We'll just say wait. Now let's see. Now let's see. All right, so okay. What we should do is put a wait in here of 1 second, so then it'll be 1 second per hit. Because what it's giving me an error because it's gonna search whatever hits it. So now what we need to do is we could say, this is where I wanted to get the let's see. So if we said local players equals game get service players, and then we can say get children. If players dot if players, then perhaps all right, it's still deadly. Let's see. Maybe there's a better way to do this. Maybe when it hits the player, just thinking here, maybe when it hits the player, it'll get the name of the player that it hits. Maybe we could do that instead of all of this. I'm just thinking here, like, it's neat that when we can run into it, it's gonna give us all these errors because it's of where it hits. So just trying to think what a good workaround for this is. Obviously not this. So we'll have to get rid of this here. We could just tell it to print wrong part. Yeah, that's the problem. As soon as it gets hit, so we need to get the names of the players, and then we need to make sure that it's hitting a player. So on the sword, we need to insert an object, a string value. All right, and now what we need to do is, as soon as it gets hit, we want to change this to player name. And we want to say script.parent player name value equals hit parent name. Let's see. And then what we'll do is, let's just green this out so that way we don't take any damage. And then we'll check the yeah, there we go. Alright, so it gets the name of the player that it hit. So now what we can say is if hit dot name is equal to let's see no if script dot parent dot player name is equal to game. I wonder let's see, game get players, get service players, find first child, and then we want to say script dot parent dot player name dot value. Then we're just going to print the just tell it to, yeah, we'll just say print something just to see what happens. So it didn't do anything. Workspace. Script.player.name, script.parent.playerName.value. If script.parent.playerName.value is equal to find first child. Maybe I should turn this into a local. For the player name. And then I might not get an error here. So what's happening is it's searching the player's folder, and I'm trying to say find first child this value. Script.parent.playerName.value. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting this. Yeah, it's just trying to check that I exist, to make sure that I'm a player. And for some reason, it's just not doing that. It's not doing that. But I don't know, like, where are we? Where is the Oh, that's me. That's why. There's the sword. So, oh, because it's coming into contact with. Oh no, what I should say is reverse this. That's why. That makes more sense. Yeah. Makes more sense, but it still doesn't work. Why? Why? Oh, if games get service players, if that equals that, then print okay. It should just print okay. Oh my goodness. Let me make sure that I'm searching the players correctly. Yeah. Script.parent.playerName.value. Now I might have to wrap that in a while loop. Let's see. Let's see here. Alrighty, and we are back. I'll just be splicing this together here. So I figured out what to do. So what we needed to do was, when the player makes contact with the sword, it then puts his name in that value, okay? And then what we need to do is we need to say while task wait do. So we just tell it to wait a split second. And then what it's going to do is it's going to scan the players, look for the player name, and then if it isn't the player, it's just going to do nothing. And if it is the player, it's going to print just player. So that's why I was like, I probably have to figure out a way to do it. Right? See that? So it prints the name of the player. So it makes contact 148 times. Yeah. So that's a good way of determining like damage and all that sort of stuff, right? We could even turn the latency up. So now what we want it to do, so now that it's printing the name of the player, we could then take this here and do that. But then we would need another, because we have to end all these if statements. So, and the amount is 5. We could just turn it right down to 1. Whoa! Got rocked. Got rocked. Now, so now that we have the player, what we can simply say is just like that. Maybe let's try this. Okay, so it's not a valid member of players, but it could be a valid member of. So we need to say if game get service workspace dot plr dot humanoid. Let's see. PLR is not a valid member of workspace. So if game, let's see, dot workspace, and then we want to say find first child script dot parent dot player name dot value. Let's try that. Humanoid is not a valid member of players. Line 11 now. Perfect. So it did find us this way. So we need to take this here, copy it, and we need to take this, and we need to take this. Yeah, cool. Look at that. And we didn't get any errors. Oh, that's success. That's success. Now, any player that comes into contact with that object is going to take damage. Cool. So now we don't need this here. And then now we want to tone this down to probably like 0.1. Oh, we could stop that. Hopefully it's saved. I'm just going to go save to file. Let's see, sword and shield system. All right, that's what we're going to be building here. So, because you can hit it so many times, there you see how that damage scaled. It scaled quite a bit. So we might even want to turn it down more than that. Just for, you know, it could be like 0, 0, 1. Let's see how that is. And then you can go up against multiple opponents. No, 0, 0, 1 is ineffective. So that might be if you're wearing armor. And this might be, see, and this is where we can start tweaking that kind of stuff. That's not bad. That's not bad. I could do that, but probably, I would probably, instead of 0.1, maybe like half or something. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so let's recap what we did here. So what we needed to do is we needed to put on the object that hits the player a string value. And in that value, we need to put the player's name. So when the object comes in contact with the player, it changes that value to the player's name. And then for that split second that the player's name is on that value, what it then does is it searches to make sure that's an actual player. It's an actual player. If it's not a player, then just continue on and do nothing. If it is a player, it's going to print, hey, it's a player, which we don't need anymore. And then what it needs to do, it needs to find the actual player in the workspace. So that's why we need to say if it is the player, and then if the player does exist in the workspace, by using the player's name and then seeing if it has a humanoid in it. If it does have a humanoid, then we're able to change the value of the health. That's all it's saying. Hey, I exist in the workspace, and now when I come in contact with this object, I lose health. So that, again, is another great way of you can just create. Let's say, for example, this is a dungeon game, and which, you know, like, okay, let's just scale this out here. Let's just conceptualize this for a moment. Okay, so this we're in a dungeon. All right, and this is our floor. Whatever, and then we'll duplicate this, right? We're like, let's say we're in a dark cave, okay? And then we will get them. Just bear with me for a moment here. Duplicate this. We'll take this, you know, like whatever, right? Got your walls. Okay, so we have an enclosed area. Make sure we're just anchored. It's gonna look ugly, but that's okay. I will anchor it for the player. And now what we can do is we can duplicate this and we can scale it. No, we can take just this one part. We can duplicate it, and we can change its color to yellow, and then we can scale it. And it's anchored, and then what we will say is we will say can collide false, so the player can walk right through it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the code that's in the sword. We need that and that, and we will copy it. And let's paste it right inside this object. And let's see what happens. We should take damage when we touch. Oh, handle isn't part of it. Whoops. Just rename this. And it's done. No, apparently it's not. Apparently it's not. Script up parent dot dot. There we go. Then we can name it whatever we want. Look at that, we took damage. How cool is that? How cool is that? So now, oh boy, we're taking lots of damage. We must have come into contact with it a lot. Yeah. So in an instance like this, we may want to, after it deals the damage, we may want to tell it to wait here, perhaps, like 5 seconds before it deals damage again. No. We don't want to put the weight there. If we put it here after it deals the health, perhaps. Then it won't spam. There's somewhere is in there you got to put it in, and then it won't spam. Yeah, there we go. See. So it waits just a little bit before it deals health, and that gives the game a chance to catch up. Oops. I guess I probably just edit it that way. So yeah, so now we've created a couple of things that we're going to need. We've created an object that deals damage to us when we touch it, quite a bit. And then we have another object that does a lot more damage to us when we touch it. So I'm gonna, and now we have to go through and just tweak the latency on applying the damage to the player. In this case, we could probably wait 2 seconds. Yeah, there we go. Cool, and of course now they have the natural regen of the player. So of course it's important to just check that. And now you see it's gonna kind of continuously do damage. So this script we need to work on a little bit. We should tell it to maybe wait 2 seconds here. It's still doing damage. It's still casting damage. So okay, let's just expand on this a little bit. Let's duplicate this. Then it needs to be part of a multi-part system, where in this case, Let's just group these together as a folder. Okay, this one here is not going to be called handle. This one's going to be called activate. And this one here will rename damage. Alright. So this one, when the player comes in contact with it, what it's going to do is it's going to activate the damage script. The damage is going to be 10, but what it's going to do is it's going to say script.enabled equals false, so it's going to turn itself off. And then in here, we don't need this in this script. What we're going to do is we confirm that it's the player in the workspace, but instead of dealing damage, we're going to say script .parent .damage .script .enabled equals true. Alright, so then what we'll do here is we will make that false. So now, if I activate it, oh, it gave me an error because I didn't have player name. Whoops. Still need that part. Still need that part. So then what it'll do is it'll activate the script. Okay. Line 4. Script.parent.playerName.value. Player name is not a valid member of workspace.folder. Oh, it's inside. Whoops. It was inside the script. There we go. Now I probably don't need all the latency. Yeah, it did damage there. Now I don't need all the... Oh, it was doing lots of damage. Hold on, let's... Oh, because it's delayed. It's delayed, so it turns on. Alright. Oh, it did that time. So let's get rid of the... It instantly does damage. Oh, that's that one here. This one here, we're going to go like this. We're going to go 0.1. And then it's going to disable itself. As soon as you hit it, it'll activate once and disable itself. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. So oh, because okay, so now we have to put these two into a loop. So this one also needs to script.enabled equals false, and then this one here we need to say before this script is disabled, we need to say script.parent.activate.script.enabled equals true. All right. Huh. What's going on here? I wonder if it's because why is it going in the loop though? I don't understand. Is it because it's in this while loop? I wonder if that's why. Because it's in this task wait. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. That could be it. So what we need to do is we need to change this task wait do. So we need to insert. Oh, we need to insert an object, probably a bool, an on off, and then this will just be true. Well, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I don't know why it's turning itself back on. This one here. Yeah, there needs to be something here. Let's figure this out. Yeah, you see, it's like it's. I think it's this while loop. So I wonder if I can break it. And see if that does anything on that side. Okay, it still took damage. Still connected through. Okay, took some damage there. Now let's see what's happening. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's cool. There we go. So it was the while loop that was messing it up. Okay, so that means that in this one here, it's the same thing. I'll have to get rid of that. And that is what was breaking it. Perfect. So now that we have determined what was breaking the whole system, that is pretty much going to do it for part 1 of the Sword and Shield combat system. So far, so good. We're able to take damage and we're able to cast damage. Now, what I want to do real quickly is just change that, up that. Cool. So now, like, where does that matter? Why does that matter? This one here, we don't even need this weight anymore. You can just cast damage. I'm not too sure. Mostly, like, you know, if you want to have traps and stuff, this is how you activate traps. In there, it's kind of where we're going to go with this. We're going to go into something unique. So yeah, so that's going to do it for part 1. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one.